Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about what new animals we're going to add to this homestead this year and our plans for this year. Hello everybody. I'm totally convinced it is summer now, other than the fact that it's exactly 69 degrees outside right now. There are also some birds in here, and there's one in the feeder again. There's also a new cat. As you can see, these birds are starting to get pretty big. They're really pretty though. Wondering if this one's going to be a rooster because it already has that crest starting to come in, and normally the roosters will get that crest in a little earlier than the girls. If you follow my aunt's channel, which is Milligan Valley Dog Training, which I also edit videos for, which I have not uploaded on in a while, you would know that this is their cat. Why is he here exactly? Well, we have been having problems with him trying to instigate other dogs, and before BR got himself eating, we decided to just bring him up here to the farm. But he definitely likes it here, so it's nice to have another barn cat. Keeps all the mice away. It's actually Jethro's brother. These birds are doing very good though. Looks like they need new water. They go through these little waters really quick, so I think we're gonna add in a bigger water today, if we can find one that's not broke. He likes to hang out here up on the windowsill. Oh. Nope, he fell in. Oh, nope. He's not a fan of the birds, which is probably a good thing. That is a muddy hose. For any of you fellow bird nerds out there, you may be wondering what kind of bird. The bird breeds that are in there are some Easter eggers and olive eggers, and then there are some black sex-link and some red sex-link. So those are just your regular run-of-the-mill like brownish bird, and then your run-of-the-mill black bird. I couldn't find my bigger water, so we're just gonna give him another smaller one. Let me just say, those birds were not cheap. The price of chickens is definitely going up. This base for this water actually has a crack in it. There's the water, guys. We can turn this part of the hose off and turn this one and this one on. There we go. So I did not get a video up last week, and the reason being is because we actually went on vacation for the weekend to Michigan, so I didn't get a video up. I tried to get one recorded in time, but I ended up having a couple wrenches thrown away as for my day before we left, and I was going to use that day to record, and then on the way to Michigan edit and stuff, and it just didn't work out. We have moved these guys out of this area, and they're up there in that area eating all the grass. It was much taller, but they've eaten a lot of it now. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll probably put them in the old chicken coop area and let them clean all that up. I think we are gonna rip that chicken coop down at some point, probably repurpose the door and the wood on it, but that's for a different video. We're also learning how we're going to AI Molly so we can have piglets without having to have a boar on the farm. And Lucy is on strictly grass again. For anyone who watched my video last week knows that we were going through and giving her some of the grass while the grass was still growing up, so we were giving her larger portions and stuff to get some of that new grass. Well, that has since seen its end, and Lucy is here getting the main bit of grass. So what I'm probably going to do is end up moving her tomorrow. So we're just going to get set up. We're just going to get stuff set up for her next fence. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're gonna lick my hand. Fine by me. Sadie is laying up there. I think she's chewing on a bone or something at the moment. So that's probably why she's uninterested in coming over here. So you may be wondering, you know, I made a video a couple months ago talking about the plan for the homestead this year and wondering why I'm making another one. Well, that is because I have more information on exactly what we're talking about adding to the homestead this year. So first of all, let's not flood the pasture. That would not be good. Let's give this guy some more water and walk down this way to deal with the first thing today. So the first thing we're going to be adding to the homestead this year are, as for what I know about it at this very moment, 2 sheep. I'm not 100% sure about the breeds just yet, and probably get more information on that in the next couple months or so. Not exactly sure when we're getting them, I just know this year. He has food and water. I don't know why he's being a grump. Probably just because he wants out of that fencing. We need to dump out this water. Whoa. We'll take this trough over and we'll have it for her tomorrow in her new area. We need to pull this line down. I'll probably end up doing something with this hay. Maybe we'll just kind of like spread it over the field and stuff. Probably over these kind of like barren spots and stuff. Probably smooth this out with the tractor or something just because there's so many hoof prints in it. Probably put some of it over this and then just over this grass over here where it's not coming up as good. But that's probably something I'll do a different day. It's still kind of muddy in this field and I'm nervous bringing the tractor, and we've had a lot of rain over the last couple days. There's probably also a bunch of eggs in here now that I think about it. That should be fun. There's one of my reels I was looking for, and this is probably the other one I was looking for. You may be wondering why we don't have the chicken coop set up yet. As you can see, it's still kind of just sitting here vacant. Well, that's because none of my chickens will stay in the chicken coop. Over the winter, I tried to set the chicken fencing up at least once, I think maybe twice, and they all got out immediately. They don't care about being shocked or anything. They just don't want to stay in there. So that's why I have new birds, and they should be ready to go outside in about 2 weeks or so. Where's this going? Did the line get? Oh, it's right there. Of course, it's in the water. We're just gonna let that sit there for a minute and get all the water out of it. I just got sprayed in the face with water, and so did you guys. That was some disgusting water. So like I was saying, these birds that I have are almost ready to go outside. They're just not totally there yet. But with that being said, here in the next week or so, I plan to move this chicken coop and get it sprayed out. So I'll probably pressure wash it out, get any poop in there or anything of the sort. And I will also work on getting some chicken fencing set up, probably at the spot in the pasture where Lucy is now. There's a random stepping post in the field. So I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but last year I moved Lucy in a very intricate way at some points. As you can see, some of this fencing goes from this end of the pasture to the other. And then I'll just set up 2 little strands of wire like that, and she'll have the whole full piece. But I also did it in squares a bit earlier in the summer. I'll show some videos of that. So I've been thinking about how I'm gonna do it this year. And I think I'm just going to do it in 2 long little lines. So whereas she would have a small square of pasture, she'll have a very small sliver of pasture that'll probably only be maybe 10, 15 feet, maybe. I'll have to really think about it a little bit. We'll learn as the summer goes on a little bit more. And you may be wondering, oh, that's not gonna be enough pasture for her. But once this grass is really growing, she'll be eating 1 of those a day. So essentially, it would take her maybe about, to get from one end of this pasture to the other, it will probably take her about maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But for instance, when we set up tomorrow's pasture, which we're gonna be doing here in a few minutes, we're gonna set that one up a bit smaller than hers now. And then I'm gonna start keeping track of every day's grass, and we're gonna see how we are on it. So say I come out tomorrow and it's like, whoa, she ate all that grass. Then maybe tomorrow we'll make hers a couple feet longer. So I will definitely keep you guys updated with Lucy's grass situation and how we're doing on pasture and how big it has to be. And mainly, I know some of you guys will be interested in that, but mainly I want to do that so that I can remember next year. So if maybe I write it down and I lose it or something, I can just come back to one of these videos. So I'll definitely be making a whole video probably on sheep and what they'll do here on the homestead. But just to give you a quick rundown, our aim is to get sheep to follow behind Lucy, so the sheep will get the grass from behind Lucy, so anything Lucy misses, or maybe it's a weed or something that Lucy's not super interested in eating, the sheep will eat it, so it will help the pasture come up better. We got all of that reel all reeled up. That is a lot of cow poop. That is like pure gold for these pastures. So like I said, I'll definitely end up spreading this out, but I just needed to get off this line because it will spark. Actually, it will try to ground to the hay and it can catch on fire. So I'm thinking, because we have to take all this stuff over here, let's just put everything inside of the bin. I think I found the spot where Sadie brings all her bones. We give her old freezer burnt meat and stuff to gnaw on. So this must be where she leaves it all. So for anyone who hasn't seen the videos yet, which I highly recommend you go check out, this is our milking parlor now. No, this is not working. It is kind of messy right now, but I mean, it is a barn. We find so many eggs in here in the morning, so it looks like my mom put these ones up here. And there's hay over here. There's Sadie enjoying some bones. Sadie, here. Say, come say hi to everybody. Hello, hi. I sometimes forget that she can just go under the fence, like she doesn't mind. I was just like, oh, there you are. You were over there and now you're here, but she just goes into the fence. On this side of the milking parlor, we have our hay and our straw that we put in here. So this is where everything gets stored on this side. And eventually we will have a stall here. Hello, you're being needy now. Are you gonna come with me? You can come pick your bones up. So as you can see, this line is a mess. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this line and we're gonna take it from here and put it there. And then I'm gonna go grab one of those lines I put over there and string it from there. And we're gonna bring it around and we'll bring it to that corner. I see. First thing we need to do is unravel this here. We also need to unhook this part from the fence. We'll put this part on the fence there. Step this post in a little bit more. Make sure that's all nice and tight. One thing I really like to do with my electric fences is the second post down. I like to give it a nice, just like that. Because it helps keep this part nice and tight, the part that's connected to the fence. If you do it on that first one though, it'll kind of pull it a little bit over there, so I don't like doing it as much. But on that second one, it makes it look real nice. Now as for these ones, I don't really do it on every single one as much, but those first couple I do normally try and get them really good. But these ones are in the ground really good and I shouldn't have any troubles with them. But I think we're going to have to, oh, there's already one. Kind of like this, I guess. That'll do for this part of the fence. We just need to get one step and post put right here just to tighten this all up. And we'll put this reel, that's chaotic. I'm not even gonna try and mess with that. We'll take this one down here. I'm starting to think, especially because Lucy is over here just like this, she definitely is wanting the bigger trough for water. We've been using the bowl and refilling it, but she's definitely kind of tired of that. And that part of the spring has passed for just using that for her, especially because the days have been hotter recently. I just realized my camera has been turned off for about 3 minutes now. So let me just recap you, I guess, on what happened. When we took this line down over here, Lucy came through because she can just go right through there. But it's perfectly fine because we were originally gonna move her onto this in the morning, but if she comes over here now, it's perfectly fine. I think we need one I can use my foot for. Yep. This ground is really packed down through here. We'll put one here so she doesn't try and get into the stanchion when she's not supposed to be. And that should be fine for this line. It's not a big deal. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this hay. This hay got put out here for Lucy when she was trying to get in here one day. And it's kind of prohibiting grass coming up, but it might be okay, but we may kind of have to, you know, rake some of it up. A lot of worms under here, wow. I see at least 5 or 6. I don't know how many times this camera's gonna overheat today, it's crazy. So we got that line totally set up, this line totally set up, and this trough is filling up now. My camera continues to keep overheating and I have yet to have solved the issue of it overheating with all this extra equipment on it. Definitely is making the camera hotter. So now Lucy is completely content. She has grass and water and she's closer to her son. And let's get this fence turned on. Make sure it's got a nice green light. That is now like the 4th time of this camera overheating so far today. I ended up taking this whole piece of mount off and it is so hot. So I am very sorry if there's bad mic quality now. It shouldn't be too bad at all. Maybe you just can't hear me as well. But like I was saying, this is my brother and my mom that have been moving them over here every day and then just putting them back here at night. We're trying to let them finish off that hay bale and then they will be moved out of here entirely. We'll probably end up putting the goats here or something and Dolly up there. We now know that she is pregnant and she will be having her kid or kids here very, very soon. And Tater just exists. Hi, buddy. Next week's video is probably going to be talking about why we rest pastures like this and what we will do for the pasture while it's resting and what, like how long it'll rest for. One thing we're probably going to do is we're going to take this tree out because this tree is dead and I think there's another tree in there that's dead. So we'll take those 2 trees out, probably get a lot of manure put in here, and I think we were talking about getting the water problem dealt with. As you can see, the water sits really bad. We're also going to fix this piece of fence here. I know there's been talk about actually taking this whole piece of fencing down and putting new fencing up. And there's Molly, she's over there. She says hello in her muddy area. Well guys, thanks for joining me in today's video where we did a couple things for the summer and I talked about the new animals that we'll be adding to the farm. So thanks for joining me this week. And if you want to go watch another video where I talk about what it's like in the winter having a homestead, go check out this video. And if you want to go subscribe to the channel, you can go subscribe here. I'll see you guys in next week's video, and probably be talking a lot about resting pastures. I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.